covering 10 countries off-limits for American wanderlust in 2024 and 2025. Get ready, we're diving straight in. First stop, North Korea. An enigma wrapped in a mystery, this nation remains one of the most isolated and secretive in the world. For American citizens, traveling here isn't just a quick stamp in the passport. In fact, it's currently off the table. Tight travel restrictions are in place due to a complex web of political tensions and safety concerns. While the allure of North Korea's untouched landscapes and unique culture might be tempting, the U.S. Department of State strongly discourages travel to this East Asian country. The reasons run deeper than just political disagreements. There are serious concerns about arbitrary detention and long-term imprisonment of U.S. citizens. Additionally, the lack of diplomatic relations means that consular assistance to Americans detained in North Korea is extremely limited. North Korea, a fascinating country, but unfortunately off-limits for now. Next up, the land of ancient civilizations, Iran. This country is known for its rich cultural heritage and stunning architecture, from the grand mosques of Tehran to the ancient ruins of Persepolis. However, for Americans, setting foot in Iran is currently a challenge. Due to diplomatic tensions and safety concerns, the U.S. government has imposed strict travel restrictions. The Department of State has issued a Level 4 travel advisory, the highest level, advising Americans not to travel to Iran. This is largely due to the arbitrary arrest and detention of U.S. citizens and the risk of terrorism. It's also important to note that the U.S. does not have diplomatic relations with Iran, meaning that consular assistance to U.S. citizens in Iran is extremely limited. A beautiful country with a rich history, but one we'll have to admire from a distance. Onwards to Syria, where history meets conflict. This land, once the cradle of civilizations, is now a hotbed of unrest. Its rich history, marked by ancient ruins and historic sites, is now overshadowed by the ongoing civil war that has plagued the country since 2011. Imagine walking through the ancient city of Palmyra, its grand columns a testament to the rich cultural heritage of Syria. Or exploring the bustling souks of Aleppo, the scents of spices, and the sound of traders echoing through the narrow lanes. But alas, these experiences remain dreams for American tourists. The ongoing conflict, political instability, and the threat of terrorism make Syria a high-risk zone for travelers, particularly for Americans. The U.S. Department of State has issued a Level 4, Do Not Travel Advisory, the highest warning level, advising against all travel to Syria. Syria, a place of beauty and strife, not on the travel list for now. As we hope for peace and stability, Syria's rich history awaits to be rediscovered. Jetting off to Libya, a country rich in history, Libya, a land of ancient civilizations, where the Sahara meets the Mediterranean, and where Roman and Greek ruins whisper tales of bygone eras. But as enchanting as this North African gem might be, it is currently not on the list of tourist-friendly destinations. The U.S. State Department has issued a stern travel advisory, warning against all travel to Libya. The advisory cites ongoing high threats from terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and armed conflict. The unpredictable security situation, coupled with inadequate healthcare infrastructure, makes it a risky destination for American travelers. While it's truly disheartening that we cannot experience the grandeur of Leptis Magna, the beauty of the Sahara, or the warmth of Libyan hospitality firsthand, it's important to prioritize safety. We hope for a day when the situation improves and we can safely explore this historic land. Libya, a country of intrigue but one to avoid for now. Off to the Horn of Africa, Somalia. Known for its rich history and diverse culture, Somalia is a country with landscapes that are truly one of a kind. However, it's currently not a safe place for American tourists. The threat of piracy is just one of the many challenges that make visiting Somalia a risky proposition. Somalia is currently grappling with instability and conflict that has led to a fragile security situation. It's a country where the rule of law is often overshadowed by the rule of the gun. Kidnapping for ransom is a common occurrence, and attacks against foreigners, including tourists, are far from unheard of. The threat of piracy off the coast of Somalia, once a major international concern, continues to be a significant risk. While efforts to combat piracy have had some success, the danger persists. So, while Somalia's rich culture and history may beckon, the current safety concerns make it a no-go zone for American tourists. Somalia, a country with much to offer, but not for American tourists. Next, we're whisked away to Yemen. The southernmost nation on the Arabian Peninsula, Yemen has a history stretching back over 3,000 years. It's a place of stark contrasts, from ancient skyscrapers of mud in Hadramaut to the bustling markets of Sana'a. However, Yemen is currently a no-go zone for American travelers. The U.S. Department of State strongly advises against all travel to Yemen due to the ongoing conflict and high risk of terrorist activities. The security situation is highly volatile, with frequent attacks, kidnappings, and armed clashes. A civil war has raged on since 2015, making it one of the world's most severe humanitarian crises. Moreover, emergency services are limited, and travelers would face significant difficulties in obtaining necessary support in case of an emergency. In short, the risks far outweigh the benefits of visiting this culturally rich but tumultuous nation. Yemen, an exotic land but one to steer clear of for now. Now we're heading to the heart of Africa, the Central African Republic. A landlocked nation, the Central African Republic is a stunning blend of savannas, rainforests, and wildlife. But unfortunately, it's currently not the safest destination for American tourists. This is largely due to political instability that has been plaguing the nation for years. The government is struggling to maintain control as various armed groups vie for power. This has resulted in incidents of violence and lawlessness in many parts of the country. The U.S. State Department has issued a Level 4 travel advisory for the Central African Republic. This is the highest warning level, advising Americans not to travel to the country due to the potential for crime, civil unrest, and kidnapping. It's truly a shame, as the Central African Republic holds a wealth of natural beauty, from its sprawling rainforests to its diverse wildlife. But for now, Central African Republic, a country of natural beauty but not on the travel list for now. Off to the world's youngest country, South Sudan. Born in July 2011, this nation is a cradle of rich cultures and breathtaking landscapes. Yet beneath its beauty lies a turbulent reality. South Sudan has been embroiled in civil conflicts since its inception, making it a dangerous destination for American travelers today. The country's ongoing strife has resulted in widespread instability, disrupting basic services and making travel perilous. The U.S. Department of State strongly discourages Americans from visiting due to intense violence, crime, and the risk of kidnapping. Moreover, the absence of a robust infrastructure further complicates any potential rescue efforts. It's heartbreaking, really. A land that's home to the spectacular Sud Swamp and the majestic Imatong Mountains is off-limits to so many due to circumstances beyond their control. As we continue to hope for peace and stability, for now, South Sudan remains a no-go zone. South Sudan, a country in the making, but not for American tourists. Whew, that was quite a journey. We've traversed the globe from the comfort of our screens, delving into the heart of 10 countries currently off-limits for American tourists. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We started our journey in North Korea, a country that's long been a no-go zone due to political tensions and severe restrictions on freedom. We then ventured into Iran, where the danger lies in the strained diplomatic relations between the two nations. Next, we moved on to Syria, a beautiful country with a rich history that's unfortunately been marred by civil unrest and ongoing conflict. Libya was our next stop, a nation that's also grappling with internal strife, making it unsafe for American visitors. Somalia, a country known for its breathtaking landscapes and vibrant culture, came next. But the high risk of kidnapping and terrorism has placed it on the no-travel list. Yemen followed suit, with a volatile security environment and high risk of terrorist attacks. Our journey then took us to the Central African Republic, where the potential for civil unrest and violent crime is high. South Sudan was the final stop, a young nation suffering from conflict and humanitarian crises. Each country we visited has its own unique story, its own challenges, and its own reasons for being off-limits. As travel enthusiasts, it's important to respect these restrictions and to understand the complex factors at play. But let's not forget, there are still countless incredible destinations across the globe, open and welcoming to American tourists. So let's continue to fuel our wanderlust, always mindful of the world around us. Stay safe, stay informed.